Good morning, dear children. In the last class, we had discussed about plain. What is a plain? A plain is a landform and it is also known as a flat land. The flat land is known as plain. Then in India, it is divided into two, western coastal plain and eastern coastal plain. Is it clear? Then today, we are moving to the next chapter and the name of the chapter is the Western Desert. The Western Desert. Children, do you know what is a desert? What is a desert? A desert is a flat land covered with sand. A desert is flat land. It is a flat land and it is covered with the sand. It is covered with sand. A desert is a flat land covered with sand. The Great Indian Desert is also known as Thar Desert. Here, large part of the Rajasthan is covered with desert. Therefore, Rajasthan is also known as Desert State of India. Why Rajasthan is known as Desert State of India? Most part of the Rajasthan or large part of the Rajasthan covered with desert. So, it is known as Desert State of India. Desert State. Desert State. Desert State Rajasthan. Rajasthan is known as Desert State of India. Next is climate. Climate of desert. The climate is very hot during daytime. It is very cool at night in the summer. And in winter, the days are warm and the nights are very cold. Then children, the loose sand in the desert forms small hills. The loose sand in the desert forms small hills. That small hills is known as sand dunes. Sand dunes. Sand dunes. So, in the desert, the loose sand forms small hills. That small hills is known as sand dunes. So, these sand dunes keep shifting due to the strong winds from one place to another. Then, in desert, there is no rainfall or very little rainfall. The only river flows to Rajasthan is River Luni. This river? River Luni is the only river that flows to this area. Which river? River Luni is flows to this area. Then in some places, the underground water come to the surface and forms big pools. Some places underground water come to the surfaces and forms small pools. That small pools is known as oasis. Small pool is known as what? Oasis. In some place, the underground water come to the surfaces and forms small pools. That small pools is known as what? Oasis. See, trees like date palm and kikar grows around this oasis. Next is about Indira Gandhi Canal. See, Indira Gandhi Canal, which starts from river Satluj, provides water to this Thar desert, and this canal make this place a green one. Children, remember that the Great Indian wheat farms at Suragat is located in the Thar desert. Next is about the life of Thar desert or life of the Rajasthan or life in the desert. Life in the desert is very tough. Why? Because of scarcity of water, life in the desert is very tough. Then people mostly rear animals like sheep, goat, camel, etc. Then, as a result of scarcity of water and food, people move from one place to another. As a result of scarcity of water and food, the people move from one place to another to get the food for themselves and their animals. So that type of people is known as nomads. What? Nomads. Nomads. What do you mean by nomads? Nomads means people move from one place to another in search of food, and these people is move with their animals also. Okay, the people move from one place to another in search of food is known as, that people is known as what? Nomads. Then children, do you know which animal is called the sheep of the desert? Which animal is called the sheep of the desert? Yeah, camel. Camel is called sheep of the desert. Camel. Camel is called the sheep of the desert. Sheep of the desert. Why? Why camel is called the sheep of the desert? Because camel can live without food and water for a long time, and it can walk easily in the desert. The camel can walk easily in the desert, so it is known as the sheep of the desert. Then the Rajasthani people, they were very fond of wearing colorful dresses, and the men used to wear turban, all those things. Then the festival, the main festivals are Tej and Gangur are the main festivals celebrated in Rajasthan. Next is about the capital. Next is about the capital. See, Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan. Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan. Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan, and it is also known as what? It is also known as, this Jaipur is also known as Pink City. This Jaipur, it is also known as Pink City. And it is famous for, the Jaipur is famous for Hawa Mahal, then Jal Mahal, etc. Then Jaisalmer and Bikaner are the famous or big cities in Rajasthan, and it is very popular for its fort and palaces. So these are about our third chapter, the Western Desert. So we learned about deserts, then about their water system, irrigation, and about nomads. Okay children, is it clear for you? Okay, thank you.